Today I'm going to go over a really great technique, which is going to be how to use nail foiling. To start off with, I used Ice Bar. Ice Bar is this beautiful holographic color. So right now I've got one coat of Ice Bar laid down already, and what I'm going to do is just apply that second coat, and you want to do it in a nice even manner. This new Shellac Luxe bottle, the brush is so amazing that it's very easy to cover a full nail. When you are finished polishing the nail, you want to cure it in your light. You're left with a sticky residue left on the nail, which is the perfect companion for your foil. Now, what's great about this look is that it's abstract. There is no rhyme or reason as to where you need to put placement, so don't worry about it. The stickiness of the Shellac Luxe is going to hold that foil down onto the nail and allow you to place it wherever you'd like, okay? I am going to flip it over when I go to put the foil on this side of the nail because I don't want to have this straight line here show up on the nail. So I am going to, like I said, move it over and use the side over here that I've kind of already left a little ragged edge for. So place it down nicely. If you want to have some symmetry on it, that's great. If you want to just kind of go crazy and place it wherever, you could do that as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm really going to pull up some of the color that is inside the pink Ice Bar. And what I'm using here is Brazen from C&D Shellac Luxe. Okay, this is one of the unique colors that you can only get with Shellac Luxe. So that in itself gets me excited. I'm also going to put some black pool on my palette. Okay, so now I'm taking a small, very, very small brush, and I'm going to spin it inside of the color Brazen. The reason I'm spinning it is because I do not want to have a blob. If I just dipped it in here, I'd wind up with a bit of a blob on the end, and I don't want that because I really want that line to be a bit refined. So I'm going to twist and drag it through the color. And you can see the difference of the way that the product gathers on the brush. So what I'm going to do is take the Brazen color and I'm going to place it along the edges of where I put the foil. Again, not a crazy rhyme or reason to this except to accent or accentuate that gold. I want to also, like I said, let that pink pop out of the Ice Bar color that's there. Now, as you can see, I'm wiggling the brush around because I don't want to have a perfect line. If you look at this nail and I had some perfect lines in there, I don't feel like it would have been very balanced with the way that the foils have touched down onto the nail. So I'm going around all the edges as to where I put the foil down, and I'm going to accent a bit. If I wanted to get a little bit more of an opaque look with the Brazen color, I could very easily just go back to the areas I've already worked in and layer it on top of that. That'll definitely allow some of that pigment to deposit onto the look that you're creating a little bit more. I'm just going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to do the same application that I did, but now I'm going to use some of the black pool. Again, I am spinning the brush in order to make sure I have a very refined tip on my brush bristles. I'm going next to all of the areas where I put the Brazen down, and again, squiggling the brush down a bit so I don't have a perfect line. I'm not looking for a lined effect here. And we are left with a fully cured nail, okay, that again still has a sticky layer on. And this sticky layer is going to be the perfect complement to some of this gold glitter to accent and really finish off this look. First, you're going to take the brush and dip it into the glitter. And when you get the glitter to stick to the brush bristles, you can easily place it down onto the sticky layer of the nail. I use the same brush that I used to make the lines because I want that same refined line on there. Placing it down, almost dragging it a bit onto the nail so it sticks to the Shellac Luxe. I don't want to go crazy with the glitter because I love the fact that the middle of this nail is so bare looking. So placing it, tapping it into the areas that you just want to pop a little bit more. I'm really happy with the way that this has turned out. So this would be the point where I would top coat my finished product. Obviously, we don't need to go back into the lamp because we don't need to cure the glitter. Now, when working with glitter, I've had many nail professionals ask me, how do you get the glitter not to transfer back into your bottle? Well, you can do one of two things. You can get yourself 2 bottles of top coat and use one strictly for your glitter clients, or you can instead have 1 bottle and float your top coat over the areas that have the glitter. After you've done that, I want you to take a hands down pad and wipe the brush onto the hands down pad to get any glitter that may have transferred. Then you could dip it back into your bottle. Now what do I mean by floating? Okay, instead of going down and digging your brush at an angle like this, you want to float it like that. Okay, so you want to, at the same angle that the nail is, hold your brush. That's what we like to call floating. So I'm going to float the top coat over that nail. And what that's going to do, it's not going to allow the glitter to drag on the nail either. It's going to keep it in place because I've already placed down a nice substantial amount of top coat into the area. You will sometimes get a little bit of transfer, but again, not to fret. It's art, and there's never a mistake in art, especially when you're working with abstract art. Okay, and now it's time to cure. The last step to any shellac luxe manicure is to remove that sticky coating off of the nail, and you want to use your isopropyl alcohol of 99%. And here we have our finished look. We have a beautiful multi-textured nail that is complemented with gold foil and gold glitter. Try it with silver. Try it with blues instead of pinks. There are 1,000 different ways that you can get this same type of look with this kind of a technique with any color that is on your palette.